I'm Bern, Emmerichs, and I'm a painter. I've always been drawing from an early age and always loved it, and fortunate enough to go to art school. I studied art, did a diploma, which was 1 year of pure bliss, every art form, discovering everything, and then I went on to do fine arts, a 3-year course. I've been exhibiting ever since. I've lived overseas for 2 years in Germany, central Victoria, where we had a farm and horses, raised 2 beautiful daughters, and I've got a studio in Collingwood, and I'm exhibiting regularly. The thing about painting I love is you can get mesmerised by looking at a painting, doing the painting. And I think when you look at a painting, it's not as if you're reading the book, you tend to have that image in your head. With me, it stays with me, and for me, it's a great way of learning. What I like about painting is the actual playing of paint, the actual physical applying of paint and pushing paint, see how far I can go with boundaries, whether it's playing with stamps or spraying things onto a wet ceramic tile where I've got paint, and just seeing how far I can take it, I think. The process of creating my artworks is I start with a tile, because I work on ceramic tiles. So the ceramic tile is my blank canvas, and often I will have an idea in my mind and I'll mix up the paint, the colour, and the first layer is getting the actual form, the layout of the painting. And because it's a process that takes maybe 5 or 6 firings, I have to do one section at a time and build it up. What might look like one painting done in one go is lots of layers to get that depth. My ideas and inspiration, they probably come from a lot of historical events, and probably the last 10 years I've been concentrating on first contact, early Australian colonial history, and the library. I love the library. I'm always got my head into books and reading, because a lot of that early Australian history is so well documented. It is amazing what is between those pages of the books that you find out. The challenges of creating my artwork is, one, finding the right material to work with that's compatible with my paint, and also once I fire it, because it goes up to a temperature of 850 degrees. And the last thing I want is like a hairline crack or a crack right through the middle. So that's probably the biggest challenge, but I've overcome it with very slow kiln firing. I did a design actually for the Northern Hospital that was made into a tapestry. That was very exciting to see my painting that was done on ceramic made into a tapestry, and then to see it up in the hospital was fabulous. And I've also done the surfboard for Ben Harper, who's a musician. That was a bit of fun. I loved it. M for Mutiny is fantastic. It's a discovery and exploration on fantastic facts and figures about Australian history from early days. It's written by John Dixon, who's a fantastic writer, who did absolutely amazing research. There's lots of things for children to discover in there. The process for creating Emmerichs for Mutiny was a lot of my work that hadn't been shown in other books. So I was fortunate enough to have quite a lot of paintings that hadn't been published before. For students who'd like to become artists in the future, I think follow your passion, and like me, I was always drawing. It was just an extension of my school life, really. Sometimes I still feel like I'm at school doing that school project. Keep a journal or a diary, that's always good. If you do something special with paint, it's always good to make a note of it, because otherwise you might think, how does that work again? What did I do? So it's always good to take a note.